was supposed to be named, it was supposed to be named Ptarmigan. I'm guessing it's spelled Ptarmigan. I'd say Ptarmigan, but the townspeople couldn't figure out how to spell it, so they went with chicken instead. That sounds like such a white person thing to do. The color orange was named after the fruit, not the other way around. We lose between 50 and 100 strands of hair each and every day. I think I lose more than that. The seabird booby. Is named such after the Spanish word bobo, referring to an idiot. Boobies would be the only seabird to land on sailing ships. Thus, sailors took advantage of this and started setting traps. Traps. of silly.